Hi guys, this is 𝗦𝗁𝘀 from Pageant Empress, and I have a special Missful video for you guys. I have a guest with me. His name is Mr. Lewis, all the way from the Philippines. He's a writer, a fashion stylist who has styled Miss World winner Vanessa, which you guys can see here on the screen. So we'll look at his work. So in this video, we'll be talking about the girls who stood out to us in the 70th Miss World competition. So first of all, hi to you, Lewis.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Yes, this is our second time doing it, and these are incredible looks you styled Vanessa.
They were here for a month for Mr. World 2019. Asked my contacts in Miss World Philippines if I can do a fashion shoot with Vanessa, and everything went into place. Yeah, I was able to shoot her, international winner, which I wasn't able to do with my friend Pia and Catriona when they won. I shot with them before they competed in Miss Universe, but due to schedule constraints and stuff, I wasn't able to do that. But with Vanessa, I was surprised because the Miss World staff were very accommodating and were very nice and very open. The story behind it was like during the shoot, while we were like setting up, it was just Vanessa and a Miss World staff. Then she was the one, like, she had no airs, like she was just there. She went there with no makeup and everything. She was just simple. Honestly, like most Filipinos, like we're more geared towards Miss Universe. But after working with Vanessa, very warm the Miss World staff were. I got Miss World now has like a special place in my heart. It was like half a day. I mean, less than half a day, and we were not really rushed in doing things. It's like
that's a long time to shoot a Miss International winner.
Yeah, compared to what you said before, like a particular specific winner from another.
I've told you, right? Like, because recently, I will not name the which pageant, but an international queen. She barely, like, the photographer and the whole staff barely had about an hour with like 4 or 5 different looks to shoot, and you say you had like half a day.
Minutes.
That's a lot of time to shoot. See, I'm sure there was no rushing, right, to shoot Vanessa.
The reason why I also wanted to shoot on Miss World is because Miss World doesn't do this. So in a way, like, Vanessa is the first Miss World winner after a very, very long time who got a crown photo. I mean, an editorial type of shot. Everything fell into place with Vanessa. It was very accommodating. I mean, we showed her the brief, and it's like instantly she knew what we wanted, and she knew our vision. She knew that this was also for her, and she appreciated everything. So we did more than 5 layouts. I mean, the photographer was Jeric. Is also very good. He's one of the top photographers here in the Philippines. He was also very motivated when we were shooting, and we did a lot of planning even before the shoot.
Was the crown real? The photo, the photo shoot did. Did you guys use the real crown, or was it a replica of Miss World?
Actually, I really don't know where they got the rumor that they have 2 crowns. So actually, it's only. I think that's the real crown. Definitely, that's the real crown. But we were briefed about the protocol regarding that because Vanessa told us, like, we cannot shoot the crown as it is, and we cannot touch the crown. Only her. We cannot shoot her putting on the crown. But yeah, that's the real one. That's the real.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility.
That's the real crown, and fun, you would see, because it's, the box is very vintage. So like,
how was it? Like, if you have to describe it, how did it look like?
The box?
The box.
The box containing the crown. It's very vintage because, it's the real thing. I mean, it's old, and the box, and it's something like they really take good care of.
Right.
And well, I'll just say the box is old. I mean, of course, it's vintage, it's old. It's the real thing. I mean, Vanessa was very nice that she was like showing. I mean, during our layouts, I mean, are we going to shoot the crown? Yeah, okay, put it on. Are we going to shoot this without the crown? Yeah, we don't need the crown. Then she puts it on. Very, very helpful. Because she was very down to earth. I mean, she even wanted to eat burrito with us across the street, but of course, the Miss World security didn't allow her to go out of the hotel.
Yeah.
Like a very memorable shoot, and
Right.
I'm so happy. Like we got a lot of photos
Mhm.
of her, and we also sent it to Julia Morley, and she liked it. Yeah, as I said before, it's something that I always wanted to do because Miss World doesn't do this, and I hope
Yes.
Miss World would see this as a new tradition of theirs, and that's another reason why I'm more following Miss World now is because why not? I mean, if I could shoot another,
You had an experience, so why not, right?
yeah,
Like, hopefully they'll allow your team to shoot
yeah,
future Miss World winners too. Hopefully the upcoming 70th Miss World. That would
yeah,
be amazing. Looking at the pictures, it was a really good quality. I liked how you styled it. I thought she looked really chic, and it showed like a different side of Vanessa. So hopefully we see much more of that with the upcoming Miss World winners. So
yeah.
if Madam Julia is watching this, please allow Mr. Lewis and his team to take more amazing photos of your winners. That would be even incredible for the Miss World team, especially in terms of marketing, right?
Yeah.
For social media. Yeah.
True. And something and there's one the first thing that I remember also the first thing that I explained to Vanessa before we did the shoot is like, Vanessa, we're gonna do this very fashion. We don't want very pageant looking photos. So since I mean fashion is more also my background, and that's I'm leaning towards that. So like, yeah, she understood that, and she's also because she's a model, and I'm looking
And
forward.
you guys had an amazing magical moment, right? The pictures kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean that's what you get when the team and the muse is motivated, and
absolutely.
Sadly I wasn't able to do this with Tony Ann since because it's a pandemic. So
of course.
I'm hoping like, yeah, if the new winner comes, I mean flies here when everything is okay. I mean, I'm
hopefully soon.
To
so we were talking about our Miss World standouts, and we have 3 different criterias. Number 1 is the profile, which we can see on the Miss World website. So we can talk about education background or anything regarding the delegate, and the introduction video. So we know that not every one of them has introduction videos, so we can talk about if your delegate you picked does not have an introduction video yet, we can only talk about the profile. So you can give 10 points out of the profile plus introduction video. Second is the Beauty with a Purpose project. The Beauty with a Purpose video is on the YouTube. I've seen quite a lot. So 10 points for that, and the 10 points is for the Miss World potential. So if you really think she could win, you can give 10. If you're not so sure, you could deduct the points, and the total will be out of 30. Is it clear?
Yeah, all good. And I mean, a potential, this could be like the potential girl who we can get to shoot with again. So I mean, who we can shoot.
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Crown.
Yeah, with the blue crown again. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And also, if we have the same countries, we can talk about it together. If we have the same countries, okay? So I would like to start off the list. It's in random order, by the way. So I have 10 standouts in complete random order, starting with Miss Jilly. So she's currently a 4th year of physiotherapy degree, and she likes to look after the older people, and she's currently a classically trained ballet dancer, basketball player. Since her crowning, she has been active in terms of fundraising and supporting many charitable organizations in her community. And her motto in life is, do not live in fear and you will never achieve anything at all. I really like her because for me, she's really young. She's just 22. So technically, she's one of the youngest delegate. But I like that she has been doing a lot of charity works. Like I said, she has been helping the elderly. So she is looking after, people who a lot of people might kind of ignore in our community, right? Like the elderly, they live in the care house and things like that. But she's looking after the elderly. And I also really like that she's a ballerina, which means she needs to have a good discipline, right? to be a ballerina, you cannot just be like doing all the crazy stuff. You need to have good manners, be disciplined. And also her degree or her background is in medicine. So I think this is really fit to the Miss World organization, since Miss World loves doctors or people in the medical field. And like I said, I think she has a bright future. I know she's only 22, but I do see a potential in Miss Chile. So I gave her 8 in terms of her profile. I gave her 9 in her beauty with a purpose, looking after the elderly. And I gave her 8 out of 10 for the Miss World potential. So overall, Miss Chile gets 25 out of 30 points from me.
The first girl that caught my attention and was the first girl that I watched was Miss Mexico. Also because, I was able to shoot a Mexican queen. So, so there, her video was short and sweet, and the editing was just right, and she was able to convey her message in the video of less than 2 minutes, I think. And and what caught my attention was she really speaks well, and when I was reading some of the fan reviews saying that she's one of the girls to look out for. And when I saw her video, it's I agree. For her video, I'll give it a 9. It's very natural as well.
Yes.
It doesn't scream trying hard. And I just you can feel the sincerity of how they did it. And
definitely
in her message and everything. So there. For her Miss World, Miss World potential, I'll give her a 9.
Funnily enough, I actually have Mexico also in my list. So we have the same country as part of our stand-up. And what I like about Miss Mexico, like you said, she is so effortless, right? She just radiates positivity and warmth. And I really like that, because when I saw Miss World Mexico, she was my favorite to win. And I remember she had this beautiful mermaid dress and the slick back hair. And I thought, you know what? She screams Miss World to me. And she won the event. So I can definitely see her as one of the contender for the crown of Miss World this year. She is effortless, like you said, and she has a background in marketing and international business, and she has worked as a tourism ambassador. So she has done a good job in terms of her past experience, and her dream job is actually to work with the United Nations Children's Fund. So I think this just hits the brief for the Miss World organization, as she has a heart for charity and wants to help the children, especially, like she said, she wants to work for the UN. And I think this is a perfect embodiment of a Miss World delegate. And like you said, Mexico has been doing well at Miss World. And I do think that Karolina will also continue the legacy of Mexico in Miss World. In terms of her introduction video and her profile, I've given her 9 out of 10. Her beauty with a purpose, I've given her 9 out of 10. And for her Miss World potential, I've given her once again 9 out of 10. So she gets 27 points from me. Next delegate, I have Miss Puerto Rico. She is the host delegate for this year's 70th Miss World. And she is currently studying journalism, and she works as a TV presenter and a model. She would like to pursue a master's degree and work as a TV journalist. She has a heart for charity once again, and she really loves poetry and enjoys telling stories to people. She has been doing quite a lot of charity works before in Puerto Rico. And like I said, she is the host delegate, which means that she does have a lot of support from the people living in Puerto Rico, right? Like what do you call it? Home advantage? Host advantage? There's a term when there's people going to watch the show, will be supporting her. And she does have a little bit of a pressure because, like I said, she's a host delegate, which means there's a lot of expectation for her to do well, perform well. And I really like her because she has a journalism background, which means that she's a really good speaker. She has great communication skills, and she's from Puerto Rico. And it's one of those countries that sends strong delegates to all the different international pageants. So I'm excited to see much more of her and what she has to offer in the upcoming days, especially from a country, because this is the 70th edition of Miss World happening in Puerto Rico. I will give her 8.5 out of introduction. and her profile, 9 out of 10 for her Beauty with a Purpose, and 8 out of 10 for her Miss World potential. So Puerto Rico has overall 25.5% out of 30.
Since we're in the Caribbean, I go for Miss Bahamas. Miss Bahamas is quite strong this year. And I think I mean, of course, we waited for her video to be uploaded before we worked on this interview, because she's somebody like we were looking forward to and watching. So another girl whose video is like short and sweet, and she's very well spoken, and I could just say, like, if there's like a non-pageant country that deserves to win a big international crown, I would go for the Bahamas this year, and of course we all know why. And so there, I mean, also because countries like the Bahamas is like the underdog. It would be so nice for them to win. And I also like what you said. She also studied medicine, and she owns a couple of medical facilities in the Bahamas. Back in 2019, the top two girls that I wanted to win ended up being runners-up. So let's see if our guest would be right on the money. Hopefully.
I think Miss Bahamas is absolutely gorgeous. Looking at her glam shots in all these photo shoots, she looks absolutely stunning, like an international model to me. And I can see her easily work in Europe as a top model, which is great. But not only is she, for me, a physically beautiful delegate, but I am really impressed after watching introduction video to find out that she's a woman in science, and she owns ACES Bahamas, a medical lab, which is a network of 8 medical laboratories. And she has also launched Space Safe, an AI-driven platform through which people can access through mental health services from their home. And I really like that she is a woman of ambition. She she's very driven. She's really hardworking. So this really proves that she's not only about looks. Yes, she's beautiful, but she also has brains. And I think that is a really important quality to have in a beauty queen. And because of that, and because she has a background as a neurosurgeon and established mental health retreat in the Bahamas, for me, she is one of my top contenders for Miss World pageant. And like you said, Bahamas is not a big pageant country. So I would like to see a country like Bahamas hopefully place in top 10 or even top 5, because it would be refreshing to see country that we don't really see much placing in Miss World pageant. And like I said, if Miss World want to crown another Caribbean girl, I think Bahamas is the right way to go, because I don't remember the last time Bahamas winning any international crowns. So I think this will really help Miss World get a little bit more popularity in the Caribbean, except for Jamaica. Of course, Jamaica does amazing in Miss World. Let's give chance to other countries, hopefully like Bahamas, who's also equally talented, and they are waiting for international crown. And I think this year's Miss Bahamas could be the right one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of score, I should say like
how much do you give? Yes.
For her introductory video, I would give her a 9. For her Beauty with a Purpose, I would give her a 10. And for Miss World winnability, I would give her a 10.
All right. So overall, you give her 29, right?
Yeah.
29. Okay, perfect. For her bio or introduction video, I give her 9 out of 10. For her Beauty with a Purpose project, I have given her 9 out of 10. And her Miss World potential, I've given her, once again, 9 out of 10. My total for Miss Bahamas is 27 out of 30. So hope to see much more of her. Hopefully her performance will give her that 1 point, because I'm still waiting to see a little bit more from her. So that is Miss Bahamas. So I have Miss Indonesia, Karla Yules. Fun fact, she was one of the early delegates who were crowned over a year ago. So she had plenty of time to prepare herself for Miss World. And when I look at Indonesia, I think Indonesia is much more of a Miss World country for me, because they do tend to do much better at Miss World than, let's say, other pageants. Because last time they were second runner-up, I believe in Stephanie's year, right? 2016. I
I
remember the
think so.
Indonesia was
Yeah.
top 3. So
Mm.
2016 and also the year before, I think. So they have been second runner-up quite a few times. So Indonesia does really well in Miss World. She has a diploma in hospitality, specializing in cooking, and she loves making pastries and baking. And because of that, she has been feeding a lot of hungry people or homeless people through her background of making food, especially dessert. So I do think that she's much more of a Miss World type of delegate. And like I said, because she has such a long time to prepare for Miss World, I'm excited to see much more of what she has to deliver. And at the moment, I do think that she's one of the strong girls from Asia. And I have given her, in terms of her bio, 9 out of 10 for her bio, 9 out of 10 for Beauty the Purpose, and 9 out of 10 for Miss World potential. Because, like I said, Indonesia is a Miss World country and they have good track record for the past few years. They have actually been like top 2 countries with Philippines. So they're like the top 2 countries. So I do have my eyes set on Miss Indonesia.
For me, her video is like one of the most professionally done. And
beautiful. I love
yeah.
it. The view, the scene, everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, since she has a background in modeling, I mean, that helped a lot. Her script was wonderfully written. I mean, I guess it was like, it didn't sound forced. Her video was like almost 3 minutes long, but it's the video that, that I watched from beginning to end. Everything is so sleek, very clean. I guess her background in fashion helped a lot. So in terms of introductory video, I'll give it a 10. And her Miss World winnability, I'll give her an 8, an 8.5.
All right. 8.5.
So helped in a way the glam team of Miss World Philippines and helping her.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, one of the shoes that she's wearing there in the video, the gold one, the gold Gucci one. So like I lent it to them because there was not much time preparing her. So I helped out my friend. Yeah, the gold one. Yeah, that one.
Oh, wow, it looks beautiful. This, I think we already talked about it a little bit, but this gold attire she looks like a gladiator. Like it really gives me European vibes. Am I the only one getting that? Like, the beginning of part of the video, it's very European. The architecture of the building where she was. I'm not sure it's a church or a palace, but it's like beautifully just filmed. The beginning part, I was like, wow, this is giving me European vibes. And one thing I like about Miss Philippines, she is a beauty queen, but at the same time, she comes across really relatable. Because the beginning part was very perfect, but not, and then she talks about herself. Then I thought, she's really relatable to a lot of the young Filipino girls who aspire to have a successful life. And I feel like she is that dream that they could, aspire to come out of, maybe poverty or unfortunate background. So I think Tracy's doing an amazing job. And also I'm looking at in here, it says that Miss Philippines is an industrial engineer, and she's currently working as a sales and operations as a model, and her ambition is to be an entrepreneur. After watching her video, I am mesmerized by the spectacular views of the European architecture and her wearing the golden outfit with your golden shoes. I thought it was just a beautiful moment. And I like that she mentioned that she has been supporting her family financially. So for me, that shows that she's a hard worker and she will commit her time and effort towards helping other people. For me, that is a Miss World quality to have in a delegate. So I really like Miss Philippines this year. What do you think of Tracy?
Well, I mean, since I was able to meet her, and since I am also friends with some of the Miss World Philippines team, and I knew the backstory of like how they had to do the video. I mean, it was also rushed. I'm not saying rushed. I mean, it was like they had only short time in preparing for this, and I had to hand it to them for the effort. For the introductory video, I would give them an 8.5, and for Beauty with a Purpose, I mean, her mom, she lost her mom a few years ago, and when during her send-off press conference, I remember what she said, like, I hope my mom would have been here yeah, I mean, that struck me. I'll give her an 8.5 for her
Advocacy.
video.
All right.
I mean, for Beauty with
All
a
right.
Purpose. And her Miss
Yeah.
World winnability, 8.5 as well.
8.5. Very
Yeah.
consistent. I can see it's
Yeah.
8.5 throughout. I will give her 8.5 as well for the video and the profile of her. Looking at her Beauty with a Purpose, I think she gives a solid 9. And her Miss World potential, again, 9. So she gets 26.5 from me. So Shudu, she was also the winner of Miss South Africa, another one who has almost a year time to prepare because she was crowned last year as Miss South Africa main winner. Let's keep that in mind. She was the Miss South Africa winner, no runner-up, which means that, hopefully Madam Julia will like her because she is the actual winner of Miss South Africa. And talking about Shudu, for me, Shudu is an unconventional beauty. And I hope that doesn't sound bad. What I meant by that is that she is not a typical pageant girl. She is a girl who is embracing her natural beauty. She has bald hair since Miss South Africa. So she is encouraging all those girls from South Africa to embrace their natural beauty with the way she is. And I really liked her even in Miss South Africa. I thought she was so unique and she's very captivating because she has a body that is, like I said, once again, not the typical pageant girl. She has curves and she is embracing her body the way she is. And I think it's kind of beautiful to see that. We don't really see a very curvaceous type of body in Miss World or, or international pageants in general. So for me, in that way, I think she stands out. And talking about her degree, she has a degree in social science, focusing on psychology, economics, politics, and international relations. She is currently continuing her studies, but she's also the founder of and chairwoman of her own foundation. And funnily enough, she just started her own book. She has her own book, which raises awareness regarding mental health and has opportunity to speak up about international platforms. And her motto is, we should all speak the language of service, and that is how we can change the world. For me, I have to say that Shudu is very Miss World, even though, yes, she does not look like a conventional beauty queen. I think all the charity work she has been doing, she has been committing herself, her time in. I think she's doing an amazing job. And I think she's a very Miss World type of delegate throughout all the charity work she's been doing. So I will give her 9.5 out of her introduction video and her profile. She has a very strong profile. 9 out of 10 for Beauty with a Purpose. Her advocacy is regarding mental health. And 9 out of 10 regarding her Miss World potential. So she gets 27.5 from me.
For the African girls, the first one that's on my list is Miss 𝗪𝗪𝗀. She's the first one that struck me. And I mean, the way she dresses, the way she carries herself is very elegant. She's tall. And I guess this is another African country that I guess that's very low key, very
under the radar.
Underdog, yeah, an underdog.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see they get to win as well. I mean, it's been 20 years since Albani won, so maybe the crown should go back to Africa, I guess. I mean,
yes, you know what? This is my first time seeing a video. First time seeing Miss World video, and this is so captivating. I don't really know much about this country, unfortunately. Is this near Ghana? Ivory Cote.
Yeah, I think.
How do you say it? It sounds French. Cote.
Yeah, I think there were a French.
Yeah, the writing is like, I think that's French. The subtitle she has. Yeah, Kopíncová. I've never heard of this country, to be very honest, but I'm pleasantly surprised looking at a video. It looks beautiful. Everything she's showing on the video, it's very captivating.
I think they're in sub-Saharan Africa, and I mean, I think they're one of the smaller countries. But I really do remember Cote d'Ivoire when they were in Miss Universe back in the 80s.
Right,
right. And I mean, it's nice to see them in one of the major pageants again. Yeah.
Same here.
And one thing also that I noticed about her videos, like there were like people who are giving testimony how she is, and yeah, so there. I mean, she's tall, effortless, elegant. I'm trying to remember. I mean, Agbani, I think, was the last. I mean, Black
I think
African
she is.
who won
Even
Miss
Miss
World.
Nigeria, right?
Yeah, Miss
Nigeria,
Nigeria. Yeah,
2001. Yeah,
one.
Miss World
Yeah.
2001. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
remember her because she had this beautiful green outfit, right? And her
Mm-hmm.
hair was like really like
Yeah.
long.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a slick back, but it was quite like big volume. So I like that. And Priyanka crowned her, right? Priyanka
Yeah.
Chopra
And
from
yeah, I
India.
remember
Yeah.
Agbani back in Miss Universe 2001 when they were
Yes.
part of the
I
top
didn't
10.
knew she was in Miss Universe, and I watched the video.
Yeah,
She had almost similar, but like a red version of the green dress she wore, and her
yeah.
hairstyle was interesting. It's very African.
Mm.
The whole
Yeah, and
accessory she had.
she's very model-esque. That's the
Yep,
reason why
absolutely.
Agbani caught my attention way back. And
Uh-huh.
I do remember her farewell walk look,
Mm-hmm.
which was very sleek, very model-esque, as I
Mm-hmm.
said, very fashion. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with her simple white gown, and she was like elegantly strutting down.
Right.
I mean, with her
Yeah.
and her hair was like, um, was not the typical beauty queen look. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go. I mean, you can YouTube that her look, and yeah. I mean,
I'll watch it later. Yeah.
and so there. So back to Miss Cote d'Ivoire. I mean,
Yep.
if there's yeah, I mean, there's an African country that could give. I mean, that caught my attention and could win Miss
Wow.
World. It can be her. So like
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
her introductory video, I mean, I would give her a 9. I can give her a 9.5.
Wow, that's high. 9.5. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So you really
I'm with
like
the
her.
underdogs. I'm
Uh-huh.
really rooting for the underdogs this year.
Sounds good. I really like Brazil this year because Caroline is a survivor of cancer. So I cannot imagine how difficult it must be for her to go through cancer, or for any woman who has gone through that phase of life. So for me, that already makes her a hero in my book. And talking about her background, she's studying a law degree at the moment. So she wants to be a public prosecutor, or she wants to be a lawyer in the future, which is amazing, right? We don't really see many women lawyers, and that's amazing. And it says here that she likes to do modeling, and she also likes to play basketball. And for her, The Pursuit of Happiness is her favorite film, and The Power of Subconscious Mind is her favorite book. So for me, I think that her thinking is so positive because she has went through such a traumatic experience before in such a young age. She's only 23, that she has become so matured and grown so much in such a short period of time. So for me, I really look forward to seeing Brazil in Miss World this year, because Brazil has been sending beautiful girls, and they have been doing really well at the Miss World competition. Last time they were top 5. So this year, again, I can see hopefully Brazil in top 5 once again, because she has a great story to tell, and I think it will inspire many girls who might feel that they have been defeated because of cancer or any other disease that might have put them down. So for me, Brazil is definitely an inspiration to many girls. And like I said, beautiful girl, great story, great advocacy, and for me, it's a total package. And if I have to give her points, I'll give her 9 out of 10 for her introduction video, 9 out of 10 for her Beauty with a Purpose, and 10 out of 10 for the Miss World Potential. So she gets 28 points from me. Okay,
Yeah.
she's from a powerhouse country. They have won a lot of Miss World before. And the last time Venezuela won was 2011, right?
Yeah.
11. So exactly 10 years ago. So what do you think of Miss Venezuela?
She almost had like around 2 years to prepare. So she definitely didn't leave any stone unturned. And of course, you can say like with that kind of, I mean, so long in preparing. Yeah, she's really there to win. And yeah, I mean, but after like seeing some of the contenders, the other girls, I mean, yeah, that's not gonna be an easy. She was supposed to be like on top of my list before. I mean, around 2020. But after seeing the other girls now, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy.
Absolutely.
So there. So there.
I also have I also have Venezuela as part of my top. So I feel like we both see something special in her. One thing I would like to point out about Miss Venezuela, like you said, yes, she has almost 2 years, right? Time to prepare for Miss World. And one thing I like about her, Alexandra, is that she's a medical student. She's a medical student, and which means that she likes medicine, she likes to help other people, devotes her time to helping other people. And for me, that is one character that is really important to have to be the next Miss World. And I think we all can agree that Miss World loves people who have medicine background or medical background. So I think this really fits her because she's in her 3rd year. She's almost completing her education. So for me, I think that just in terms of her background, educational background, I think she's probably one of the strong girls. Just basing on her education background, what she has been doing. She is a model, great advocacy, helping other people with her background. And she's from Venezuela. And I think Venezuela prepares the girls really well. Doesn't matter 1 year, 2 year, they know how to prepare the girls. And for me, Alexandra is a testament of that. And I will not be surprised if she ends up winning the Blue Crown. Because yes, there are other girls who are also equally strong. But for me, Miss Venezuela has been consistent. The moment she won Miss World Venezuela, I said this girl could possibly be the next Miss World. And she has not changed my mind at all since 2020 when she was crowned as Miss World Venezuela. Sorry, what do you have to say about her? Continue.
Yeah, I mean, with regards to her introductory video, I like the way she put it, like, I mean, the river that caused destruction to her hometown is also the same one that's giving life as well. So I like that poetic fervor for it. I mean, that poetic license. So like, I'll give her a 9 for her introductory video. Of course, I mean, it's really well prepared. And for Beauty with a Purpose, I've been following her since. Since she won, I'll give her a 9 as well. And for winnability, of course, I'll give her a 9.5.
Right. And for me, I think that Venezuela this year could possibly be the next winner. And like I said, I have a huge expectation from Venezuela queens in any pageant that they compete. They come prepared. So I'll give a 10 out of 10 for the introduction video and her profile. Like you said, she had 2 years to prepare, and it is clearly showing in her introduction video. Her Beauty with a Purpose, I've also been following her since Miss Venezuela. She's doing a lot of charity work, incredible work, so 10. And her Miss World Potential, definitely a strong contender for the crown. She gets a 10. So for me, she gets 30 out of 30. So no pressure, team Miss Venezuela. So if you do win, just watch this video to say that I have given her 30 out of 30 because she is definitely someone to watch out.
Her video was unexpected, and I mean, it's not really a big production, but you can't help but admire like the simplicity and the video and the effort put into it. Armenia is like one of the smaller former Soviet countries. A history as well. I mean, a dark history. I mean, I remember the Armenian genocide. I've read about it. How she's like a testimony. She's like her fate is her testimony. It wasn't trying hard. She was just telling what she wanted to say, and it didn't sound forced. Her introductory video, I gave her an 8.
Okay.
Her Miss World winnability, well, I'll give her a 7.5. In the way that the editing was also okay. The background,
the vibe,
the vibe,
the energy you were getting, watching the video. That's good.
And for her video, I'll give her an 8 introductory video, and her Miss World winnability, I'll give her an 8.
For me, the last lady in my standouts who stood out to me watching her introduction video and also following after her Miss India pageant is Miss India, Manasa Varanasi. She is 24 years old and her background is in computer science engineering, and she had recently been working as a financial information analyst. So she loves talk. So she says because she loves communication so much that she wants to host her own talk show and her news shows. For me, that was interesting, which means that she is very good at speaking, right? That shows confidence in her own communication skills. She's also a trained classical Indian dancer, and she has recently started learning sign language. Which is good to show that, unfortunately, not everyone can understand because there are people who are deaf who may not understand what we are speaking. So that's good to see that she's learning sign language. And her personal motto in life is be the light in every room you walk into. I have to be honest, I think Miss India or Indian queens in general do really well in Miss World competition. I don't know, there's something about these girls from India who have aced, or they just understood, what the Miss World pageant are looking for. So they understood the criteria or the requirements of the pageant. And talking about the current Miss India, I think she's beautiful. She's from the south of India, which is more heavily focused on the technology sides. It's like the IT capital of India. So I do understand her background in IT. And she's beautiful, very girl next door, I would say. Very soft, very feminine. India has been performing very well at Miss World. So once again, I can see Manasa Varanasi as another top performer for Miss World 2021. And yeah, I can definitely see her place in at least top 5 because they have been very consistent in sending great delegates to the Miss World competition. What do you have to say about this year's Miss India, sorry?
India always, it has like it has been like a sentimental favorite for me since Aishwarya Rai and Sushmita Sen when Miss Universe was held here. So like even their last girl, Suman,
Suman Rao.
she was one of the girls that I wanted to win back in 2019. So, but Femina Miss India 2020. She's another Miss India to look out for, definitely. And I could see. I've been following her since like for 2 years, and when I remember there was a time when there was when India had a surge of COVID. She was she was posting on her Instagram like some health facilities needing help. So there you can see like this. She was trying her way on helping out to
marginalized communities.
Yeah.
Right.
She was. You can see like she wasn't really posting much. Some other beauty queens like they just post about fashion stuff. Glam stuff and all. But with her, you can see like she was using her platform. To try to help
raise
out.
Awareness.
Yeah,
absolutely.
To raise awareness in any way she can. Yeah, Indian girls really do well in this world, and
we can see the track record. They have a lot of crowns, especially in the 90s.
True. I could imagine like shooting her with a blue crown and with a sari. Yeah,
absolutely. That would look beautiful. Before I forget, I would like to give her points because I completely forgot to give her points. So I give her 9 out of 10 in the introduction video, 9.5 for her beauty with a purpose. She has a very strong advocacy, and 10 out of 10 for the Miss World potentials. I have given 28.5 to Miss India out of 30. So sorry, continue what he's saying. Just want to make sure I don't forget.
For my score, for introductory video, I'll give her 9.5. For beauty with a purpose, I'll give her a 10. And for Miss World Winnability, I'll give her a 10.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's one of the few delegates who have been very consistent, like we say, since Miss India, her national pageant, she has just kept going forward and keep growing. And like you said, that yes, India is such a large country. It's the second most populated country. So there are a lot of people, right? And when there are a lot of people, you need to make sure that everyone is being taken care of. And as a Miss India, I really like that she spoke up and to ask to help the people who may be like underprivileged people who may not have the access to correct facilities in terms of maybe the mask or vaccinations, especially to fight against the COVID-19. So I really like that she spoke up for her people, because it is so important, especially right now. It's for the beauty queen to speak up, and I like that she did that. Yes, through celebrating the Miss World pageant, they have gone through so much ups and downs, and I'm really excited to see who will be the next Miss World winner. And saying that, is there anything you would like to say, Mr. Lewis, to our viewers watching this video in the end?
Well, nothing really. More like thanks for watching and thanks for listening to my to what I have to say. And yeah, I mean, as I said before, I wasn't really expecting to be drawn with Miss World, since like my country is more of like a Miss Universe fan. But yeah, I mean, if you get to work with them, and I was lucky enough to get to work with one of the a title holder that the Miss World organization loved, like Vanessa, you would understand. So there, yeah, and yeah, I mean, so basically that's it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. I had such a good time talking to you, because I think you are probably the only person I know who really loves Miss World, even more than me. Like I'm more of a Miss Universe fan, but I do post about Miss World. But you really love Miss World, and I can see the passion, like, you know, why you really like it. After working with Vanessa, I can see you had a really amazing experience. So guys, do make sure to follow him. I'll put all the social media in the description of this video. And thank you so much for watching. And let's see who will be the 70th Miss World winner.